Hello, fellow fragrance lovers, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I am bringing you a video that I've been meaning to make for months, probably since late spring when I got these fragrances, but I just felt like there were other things that were more pressing, newer releases and things like that, so it just kind of got away from me, but I'm finally ready to give a review on the Target Mixbar fragrances. I have a couple of the perfumes here and then also several hair and body mists. So I'm going to give you my thoughts, tell you about the ones that are my favorite, and yeah, all the dirty details. So before we begin, of course, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? It's a lot of fun here. And actually, I realized I don't really say this every video, but maybe I should. But my whole vibe, the whole point of being a Limelight Lass is to be very noticeable. I like fragrances that are loud, that walk into a room before I do. They get a lot of attention, compliments, all of that. However, the fragrances I'm going to show you today are for those rare times, but times where I want to be a little more subtle. I want to have a little more of a skin scent, or great for bedtime. So that's kind of what I'm all about. So if you're thinking of subscribing, that's my vibe usually. I like very attention-getting fragrances. I'm a Leo. I'm an extreme extrovert. All that good stuff. So let me know in the comments below, are you an extroverted Limelight Lass type? I'd love to know if I'm in good company. But even if you're not, I think you will get some value out of this video, hopefully. So if you're not familiar with Mixbar, they are actually a clean brand, which I didn't realize right away, but they are free from parabens and phthalates, and they are vegan, cruelty-free, all that good stuff. And they are a very affordable line that is sold at Target. And Target is pretty much my favorite place ever. I mean, I go to Target an embarrassing amount. Like, I'm talking several times a week and several different locations. Like, there's 4 or 5 I go in between. It's terrible. It is terrible. It's horrible. But yeah, I am just obsessed with Target. Let me know if you're obsessed with Target. So these fragrances are really exciting because you can get their, the different ones, different vibes to them, and mix them. Kind of be your own perfumer. And if you're into perfume hardcore like I am, that's very exciting. I remember when I was, I guess in high school, I got this perfume mixing set for Christmas, and I had such a good time making my own little concoction. So, and here I am now, a perfume YouTuber. Who would have thought? But anyway, so you can mix them to create different scents. So I was intrigued. I tried some of them and I got a bunch. Now, I only got 2 perfumes because even though they're affordable, they're $18.99. I couldn't really afford to buy like everything in the perfumes, but the body mist, hair and body mists were like $8.99 each. So I figured like that's a great way to try some of the scents, and not spend as much money, and might even be a little more layerable because of the sheerer type of texture of them, if that's a thing with fragrance. I think it is. So let me tell you about my favorites that I found. I did try all of them, and the only ones I don't have are the tangerine one. I was, not that it was bad or anything, I'm just not really into like citrusy things, and I feel like maybe there was one other one, but I have 6 different scents here that I'm going to tell you about. So here's the other thing. Fragrantica has notes on these, but they don't necessarily match the ones that Target has on their website. I'm going to give you the Fragrantica ones, except for there's one in particular where like the Fragrantica notes were way off. So I'll get to that in a second. So the first one I'm going to show you is and this is the packaging, by the way, is one of the perfumes. Now, these are 1.7 ounces. Again, they're $18.99, which is fantastic. And then you can get sales on top of them sometimes too. So this one here is Wood Elixir. And, you know, the packaging is very simple. I have some on my hand, actually. So Wood Elixir has notes of vanilla, cashmere musk, patchouli, lemon, lily of the valley, jasmine, and red berries. So even though it is musky, it's a nice clean type of musk. It has this berry element to it that sweetens it up, and it's really, really nice. It's a very pleasant fragrance. So if you like woody, musky type of fragrances, I think you will like it. It's not overbearing. I'm gonna spray a little bit more. It's not yeah, it's good. It's not overbearing. So here's the thing. None of these are going to be bangers. Like, these are not my usual crazy projection, sillage, all of that, or longevity, really. I mean, I wouldn't say they disappear right away or anything, but you know, for the perfumes, you'd probably get maybe 4 hours, but they're very close to the skin. So just right off the bat, I have to tell you, these are more subtle. So that's why I said these are really nice for just staying in, Netflix and chill, or bedtime, what have you. This isn't for like when you want to go out for a special occasion and you want a standout fragrance. It's not it, but they have their place. So anywho, yeah, and you definitely get the lemon right in the opening of this one. It dies down though. Don't be afraid of the patchouli. A lot of people have strong feelings about patchouli. They don't like it. I love patchouli in fragrances, but it's really not too noticeable in this. It's just a nice, woody, clean type of fragrance with a little bit of like tartness and sweetness from the berries. So that is the Wood Elixir perfume that I have. And then the next one is, this one is so good. I love, 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 love this one. And this is the Vanilla Bourbon. I'm going to spray a little of this on as well because it's just so nice. This is probably the strongest of them, or, I mean, that I've noticed. So this one has Madagascar vanilla, oak, jasmine, black pepper, and apple blossom. So, it's so sweet and vanilla, but it's like a spicy vanilla. I think actually I featured this in my Fall Gourmand video. Check that one out. It's not like a sickening sweet vanilla. It's a very mature vanilla. It's so nice. And I like to layer the Wood Elixir with the Vanilla Bourbon. They just complement each other really well. But again, my scent profile, for those who don't know me, I like woodier scents. I like more unisex leaning scents. Yeah, deeper, darker, kind of in your face. I do love vanilla though. If I'm going to have sweetness in a perfume, vanilla is kind of like the thing for me. Love it. So yeah, that vanilla bourbon, it's just delicious. So that is Vanilla Bourbon perfume. Now, as for the hair and body mist that I have, I'm going to start with the Cloud Musk. So they look like this. These are 5 ounces. And if you just are the type that like you want something you can just kind of douse yourself in, you don't have to worry about like, oh, you know, using it up because it was expensive or whatever. They're $8.99. You can get them on sale sometimes. So you can just spray with abandon, honey. Just spray to your heart's content. And so this is the Cloud Musk. I even did put a little bit of this one in my hair. It's not, and again, it's not going to make people, you know, it's not going to offend anyone. It's not going to make people who come close to your hair be like, oh my God, what's in your hair? It's just very, very subtle. It's not like hair perfumes that are, you know, strong. Like I have the Baccarat Rouge 540 hair perfume, and that is like, I mean, it's basically like perfume, and it's pretty strong. So Cloud Musk, it just smells nice and clean, and musky. I don't know. So Cloud Musk notes. Now these had differentiated notes on Fragrantica. Top notes are cardamom and cypress. Mid notes are cotton flower, iris, jasmine, and peony. And base notes are musk, tonka bean, and woodsy notes. Now, as far as like just for this, the hair and body mist, it's not going to be as strong, obviously, as the perfume. But I did smell the perfume as well. But it's really nice. Again, if you like sort of spicy, it has that little bit of spiciness, a little bit of sweetness to it. But there's kind of like that cleanness from the cotton flower. It's just like a really inoffensive light musk. If you like the Ariana Grande fragrances, like not the first couple that are super sweet, but if you like Cloud, if you like REM, I think you would like this because not that they smell alike or anything, but they have a very similar vibe to them. Yeah, really nice. And again, I love this layered with the other two that I showed you. They all work really nicely together. So that was Cloud Musk. And then moving right along, we have Coconut Palm. Now this one I like because it's not just like a summertime tropical type of coconut. You can really wear this. Yeah, it's not like a sunscreeny coconut. Oh, that one's nice. So if you want a coconut to mix in with your woodier perfumes and have it make sense, this one's really nice. So Coconut Palm has notes of sandalwood, coconut, vanilla, woody notes, salt, musk, and seaweed. So it does have a little bit of like that beachiness, but to me, not overly so. I like mixing the Coconut Palm with the vanilla bourbon because I like coconut vanilla things. Now this already has vanilla in it, but if you just want to amp up the vanilla, mix it with the vanilla bourbon, either the perfume or the hair and body mist. But yeah, it's really nice. To me, it's sweet, but not like sickening. Yeah, and of course it would work really nicely in the summer, but it's not so overtly sunscreeny tropical that you can't mix it with other things. So that is the Coconut Palm. The next one is really kind of different for me. I don't normally gravitate toward blackberry fragrances, but this is really nice. I thought this would be really fun to mix into some of my woodier fragrances or more vanilla type of fragrances. And that is the Blackberry Tonic. And this has blackberry, musk, and floral notes. So this one's pretty straightforward. Oh my gosh, I have so many things. But that's the thing. I have so many things sprayed on me right now, but it still smells good. Blackberry Tonic, it has that little bit of tartness. It has a similar vibe to Lalique Amethyst. You know how Lalique Amethyst is like woody, but it has that tartness from the berries? They're not dupes or anything, but this has that nice tartness. So if you want to just add like this tart berry element to any of your fragrances, I really recommend the Blackberry Tonic because it's also a little bit musky. It reminds me a little bit too of that Trish McEvoy, was it Blackberry Vanilla? Something along those lines. I don't know. It reminds me of that. But anyway, that is the Blackberry Tonic. And then the last one I have here is Glass Rose. So here is the one that was super confusing because Fragrantica doesn't have rose as a note. And it's literally called Glass Rose. It's a rose fragrance. So I don't know what's up with that. So I'll tell you both. So the notes on Fragrantica say freesia, bergamot, grapefruit, musk, cedar, and moss. And the target notes say raspberry, bergamot, rose, peony, and amber. So weird. I definitely get the peony and the rose, obviously. And the raspberry is very faint, but you do get like that musky, ambery touch as well, which is the only kind of rose I like. I'm not really into those just like straight out floral roses, like the realistic rose smell. I do not like that. I'm okay with a jammy rose, like a sweeter type of rose, and I'm okay with like a musky or patchouli type of rose. I'm just not into like those big bold floral rose fragrances. But again, if you want to add a little bit of a rose element to your deeper fragrances, your woodier fragrances, this works well. You could also add it into other fragrances that have rose notes or just other florals, but it's really nice. So now I have all of them sprayed on me, but it's not overwhelming or anything. So my kind of final verdict, these definitely get the Limelight Last 2 thumbs up. The price is phenomenal. I love that they are clean and, vegan, cruelty free, all of that. That's wonderful. And they're just accessible and they're fun to mix and match. Are they overly complex? Well, no, because they're meant to be layered. When you mix them together, though, you can create a very beautiful, complex fragrance. So if you have a very limited budget for fragrances, like you're trying to get into fragrances, but you don't have a lot of money to spend, get a few of these and, you can create all of your own combinations, which is really fun. Now, as far as, are you going to smell these for 12 hours? Are people going to be coming up to you, noticing your smell? Like, not necessarily. I don't think they're going to last much more than maybe 3 or 4 hours. If you're using the perfumes, the mist, obviously a little less. But to me, like, I don't care. If I have to throw one of these in my bag and just spray throughout the day, it's not really a big deal to me. They also do have a travel pen, I believe, that you can take on the go to refresh your fragrance. So that's not really an issue. I do think some of them are stronger than others. Like the vanilla bourbon, I could see maybe someone commenting on your fragrance, but the other ones I feel like sit a little bit closer to the skin. They just smell good. Like they give you a nice little bubble around yourself where you smell good. You smell pretty natural. They smell more on the natural side. They're not like the real synthetic smelling fragrances. And all in all, for being budget friendly, they're very, very nice. So again, if you need fragrances that are low key, that are good for just hanging out at home, seeing your boo, whatever, just bedtime, because, I do wear fragrance to bed. I know that's crazy, but other fragrance crazy people do that as well. So I know I'm not the only one. But if you want something that you just put on before bed and will be gone by the time you wake up, these are great for that too. So they have their place for sure. So there's my review on the Mixbar perfume line from Target. Let me know if you've tried Mixbar or maybe what combinations you like. And of course, again, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I would really, really appreciate it if you did so. Please click the thumbs up to like this video, and that would definitely help me out. And I will see you in my next one. Take care, everybody.